It's the 35th anniversary of the Inquirer, and we are watching Inclusive, the Inquirer webinar series presented by the Philippine Daily Inquirer. This series of virtual seminars, spearheaded by members of the Inquirer's esteemed editorial team, takes on an inclusive approach to learning. Everyone is encouraged to join the event and participate in the discussion online. Conducted via live stream, a chosen subject that is of current concern is discussed comprehensively during the session that features experts who will share best practices. And we have a special discussion for today that will be both fun and eye-opening. We all know it's a Christmas season, and there is one thing that the pandemic cannot cancel, it's the holidays. Especially Noche Buena, yan. We will always find ways to celebrate that with our family. And as one of our favorite carols go, C is for the candy cream around the Christmas tree, but C can also stand for calories and carbs. And since the pandemic has limited our means of working out, a lot of people wonder, how can we stay fit at home? Well, we're lucky to have with us very special guests, one of them, the top athletes in the country and in the world, and with her fitness and strength team. Joining us tonight will be many-time Jiu-Jitsu world champion and reigning Southeast Asian Games champion, Meggy Ochoa. And aside from her exploits in the sporting arena, where she fights some of the world's best, Meggy is also committed to an even bigger and more meaningful fight, which is to prevent the spread of online sexual abuse of children. For that battle, she founded the Fight to Protect movement. Today, Meggy and Jiu-Jitsu's national team's fitness and conditioning partner, Segovia Strength, will share with us tips on how to stay fit during the pandemic with workouts that you can do right in your own home. And toward the end of the webinar, Meggy will also talk about something very much relevant to the pandemic. These are the dangers that kids are exposed to via the internet and how we can help in preventing this. But before we begin, a little plugging here. If you want the week's best sports stories delivered straight to your inbox, subscribe to The Stands, the Inquirer's weekly sports newsletter. We will flash the QR code there right now, so you can immediately subscribe. Okay, there. We'll let that stay for a little. We'll let that linger for a little bit. And we also have an exclusive offer for our viewers. The Philippine Daily Inquirer is offering a 30-day free trial of its digital edition, Inquirer Plus. Okay, then we will flash the QR code again on your screens now so you can get more details on how to avail of this exclusive offer. All right. Scan, so we're good. When we return, Meggy Ochoa and Segovia Strength talk about holiday fitness. Don't go away.
Magandang gabi po sa lahat. I am Neil Braga. I am a registered social
He has won the World Championship in Jiu-Jitsu in 2 different weight categories and has been a world champion since 2014. She's also the reigning Southeast Asian champion and is generally regarded as among the best in her sport. Also with us tonight, Coach Edsel Segovia and his team from Segovia Strength. I'll read them one by one. Faith Hardiolin, John Aquino, Dania Maige, and Dana Schulte. They will help Maggie later. They'll run us through the workouts. That's how I understand. So good evening, Maggie. Good evening, Coach Edsel.
Evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
Yan, okay. So let's start. Maggie, you've posted a lot of routines on Facebook and I've seen them. You're doing workouts and just wanted to know, especially during this lockdown, how important is it to have these kinds of routines available, especially since training is very difficult at this time for your sport?
So definitely it's very important. I'm an athlete, so I have to keep fit even if we don't have competitions this year. So we have to be in top shape because we don't know what's going to happen in 2021, right? But aside from me being an athlete, for everyone else, it's so important to keep your health in check and make sure that you find time to work out because we all know how valuable health is, especially in the middle of a pandemic crisis, right? So definitely it's very important. And no matter how little you have in your home, kahit walang equipment, there are things that you can do. And we're excited together with Segovia Strength to show you guys how anyone and everyone can stay fit in their own homes.
Yeah, okay. Before we start with that, though, I'd like to talk to Coach Edsel also. Coach Edsel, when for people like Maggie, who turn to you, like these are major elite athletes, what are your targets when you provide them with the routines that they have to do?
Well, yung number one concern namin is to make sure that she doesn't get injured.
Okay.
Kasi pagka-athlete ka, mataas talaga yung level of performance na in-expect syempre sa sport. At the same time, yung mga contraptions na ginagamit nila to get strong, malaking chance pwede sila ma-aksidente. Mahawag sila ng barbell, mahawag sila ng dumbbells, kettlebells. So yung risk of injury mataas. So sobrang importante na hindi sila masaktan. Ang tricky naman doon is we also want to make sure that they get strong. So that means we need to push them. So kailangan tama lang yung push namin, enough for us to be able to get the full benefit of our training tapos para hindi sila ma-injure. Diba? So kailangan at the end of the day, we're able to merge all the qualities that Maggie needs and the athletes of her sport when it comes to competition. Diba? They need to be strong. They need to be injury-free. They need to have the endurance to last through, the competition.
All right. Yun. Pero syempre, Maggie, for a lot of people out there, siguro yung routines na to for an athlete, medyo kayang-kaya na gawin to, no? But when it comes to ordinary people, are they, is this workout also applicable? Can they be able to perform these workouts at home? Like for us, kami na worried kami, okay, ito na, holiday season, we need to lose weight, ganyan. Will we be able to do this at home by ourselves?
Yes, definitely. So what we'll be showing today are mostly just body weight exercises. So kayang-kaya gawin ng kahit sino. But of course, let's say some people might find it easy kasi we made it in a way na it can cater to the most possible people. And there are also ways to progress. And kaya nga I had Segovia Strength here with us today kasi they can help with that. If you feel like you need to progress, ganon, yung proper ways din. So definitely kayang-kaya nyo to. Kaya nyo to lahat gawin. Sigurado yan.
Okay, so sabi niya kaya. So let's start a few. Maggie's gonna do a few of the routines that Segovia Strength suggested for her and for us also. For us na hindi naman talaga elite athletes, so that we can do this at home. And while Maggie will do this, Coach Edsel, you're gonna run us through what Maggie's gonna do, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's start this one.
So yung workout ni Maggie na ipapakita na is broken down in 3 parts. The first part is to make sure that the joints involved in the movement mamobilize natin. 3 exercises lang yun. Tapos sunod, meron siyang dynamic warm-up in yung second part where, medyo specific na sa mga exercises na malalaki yung gagawin ni Maggie, diba? So maganda rito sa dynamic warm-up, pati heart rate tataas. Diba? So ito na yung katumbas ng traditional na warm-up na ginagawa natin back in the day. Yeah. Tapos para sa main routine, ito na yung pwede mong gawin na mga 2 sets or 3 sets. Ito na yung mga malalaking movements that involve a lot of big muscles. Diba? So gagawin ni Meggy siguro 1, 2, 3, 4, around 4 big exercises. Diba? So Meggy will take you through them. Kung may mga questions kayo, I'm just here to answer them and to clarify, whatever else you guys need to know about training.
All right, take it away, Meggy.
Okay, sige. So, of course, una natin kailangan gawin is to make sure na hindi tayo may injure. Kaya Segovia Strength prepared a few exercises to do that. And ang tawag dito is CARS. Huwag niyo ako tanungin dun sa definition. Mamaya si Coach Edsel can answer kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng CARS. But sundan niyo lang ako. So, umpisahan muna natin with shoulder girdle. So, I'd like you guys to maybe, ako naka-tall kneeling position ako. So, pwedeng nakaluhod or pwede rin kayong tumayo. Okay? So from here, rotate lang your shoulder forward, okay, and then backward, okay, and then forward, and then backward. You can do this 5 each way. So ito, pangatlo na to, 3, so 4, okay, and then 5. Okay, so when you do that, make sure na the movements are controlled. Okay? Yung hindi nyo gagawin ng biglaan, tapos biglang may mapupul kayo na muscle. So, yung purpose nito is, nakakatulong din siya sa pag-warm up ng mga joints natin. So, we're doing rotations. Okay? The next one is yung shoulder joint naman. So, I want you guys to make your palm face your leg. Okay? And then, you're gonna bring your hand up. Okay? Tapos pag na-reach nyo na yung maximum, turn your palm going out. Okay? So, I'll show you guys. I'm gonna go down. From here, turn your palm out pag na-reach nyo na yung maximum. And then, continue the rotation until the back of your hand hits your leg. Okay, then you're gonna do the reverse. Okay? And then it's gonna end up with your palm facing your leg. Okay, so that's 1 rep. We're just gonna do 3 reps each side. Okay? So see, controlled siya, hindi siya mabilis masyado. Ina-activate din natin yung mga muscles natin. Tama po ba, Coach Edsel?
Tama, sakto.
Okay. Then 1 last. So, 3 lang per side. Okay? Then we're gonna go the other side. Okay. See, very controlled pace lang po tayo. Mamaya pa natin bibilisan. 2. And 1 last rep. 3. Okay. And then for the last one, we're gonna do rotations naman sa hips. If you guys have anything to hold on to, pwede rin. So, like for example, iaharap ko lang dito sa may table. Kita nyo na yung buong bahay. Pwede kayong humawak sa table for assistance. Okay? Papakita ko lang din sa legs. So, ibababa ko siya sa legs so you guys can see. Kasi this is for the hips. Okay, so pasensya na hindi nyo nakikita yung mukha ko, pero ipo-focus ko siya sa legs kasi ito yung kailangan nyo makita. So you can hold table or anything, wall for support. Okay, then what I'm gonna do is, okay, flex your foot. I'm gonna start on my right side. Raise your foot up. Okay, and then open your knee to the side like this. Okay, then I'm gonna use my foot, okay, to point upwards like this. So, naka-point na upwards yung foot ko. Okay? And then from here, I'm gonna straighten my leg and then drop it at the back. Then I'm just gonna do the exact reverse. Okay? Then open my knee to the side. Then front na and then down. Okay? So, we're gonna do that 2 more times per side. So, 3 times total. So, up, side, make your foot face up, then straighten your leg, then do the reverse. Yan, naririnig ko na po yung hips ko tumutunog. 1 last. Okay, then we're just gonna do it on the other side. Okay, para pantay. So up, open the knee, then straighten. Make your foot face up again. Open the knee to the side. Make your knee face front. And then down. Okay. That's 1. 2. Okay, 3. Okay. So now we're done with the rotations and we're gonna move on to the next part of the routine. Okay, this is the dynamic warm-up, yung dinedescribe ni Coach Edsel na medyo mas bibilis yung heart rate natin. So, mas mabilis na yung movements, not like kanina na controlled. So, we're gonna do hip openers. So, if you guys have a mat with you, you can use your mat para merong konting cushion. Okay, and then I want you guys to bring your feet to the ground like this, feet on the ground. Your hands are gonna be posted behind you. Okay, then from here, okay, your feet are apart. Okay, hindi siya magkadikit. Kasi kailangan may space yung tuhod nyo to go in between. Okay, so I'm gonna drop both my knees to the side like this. So parang nagpo-form kayo ng letter S dito. Then back up. And then other side. So here. Okay, we're just gonna do 5 per side. Okay, so this is for the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure your feet stay on the same spot. 5. Okay. So next, after the hips, we're gonna do cat camel. So cat camel. I'll just change the angle para mas kita ninyo yung back. Okay. So yung hip openers, what we just did now para sa hips. Now, cat camel, dahil nga yung sport ko, jiu-jitsu, di ba? Nakikita nyo na kanina nakatayo ako. Tapos ngayon, I'm on my hands. Kanina, I was sitting down kasi iba-iba po yung mga positions covered in our sport. Kaya even sa warm-up pa lang, nakikita nyo na dapat nasisimulate na yon. So ito pong sunod, yung cat camel. Mainly dito para sa spine natin. I'm just gonna arc my back. And then as I arc my back, so magpo-fold in siya. Mag-arc siya paloob ng ganyan. And then my head is gonna look up. So tailbone up. And then head looks up. And I'm gonna do the reverse. So my head goes down. Then my back follows. Okay? And then my lower back follows. So parang unti-unti po siya. Yung spine natin, unti-unti nyo siyang ginagalaw. So from the head to the tailbone. Okay? 2. So we'll do 10 of these. 3. So you're arcing it both ways. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Okay. Sa jiu-jitsu, napaka-importante nun kasi natutupi-tupi po kami ng iba't ibang klaseng posisyon. Yung likod namin natutupi. Kaya very important na ma-warm up po yung likod, yung cat camel. Now, yung next one, ang haba ng pangalan niya, elbow to instep with thoracic rotation. Medyo technical yung pangalan, pero sundon niyo na lang po siguro ako.
Wala ba shortcut name yan, Coach Edsel?
Anong shortcut name?
Elbow to instep na lang.
Elbow to instep.
Okay.
Ayan, elbow to instep. So, from here, yung isang tuhod, pwede na yung iluhod. Yung isa, nakapost yung leg. Okay? And then from here, yung isang kamay, same side as yung knee na nakaluhod, ipopost niyo po siya. And then from here, yung other elbow, ipapatouch niyo siya sa instep. Kaya elbow to instep. Dito. Okay? Tama po ba, Coach Edsel, nasa-stretch?
Tama yan.
Nasa-stretch yung...
yung groin mo nasa-stretch.
Groin.
Yeah.
Ito, elbow to instep. Tapos yung thoracic rotation.
Titingin ka sa left hand mo pag inangat mo. Ayan. Perfect. Yeah.
Tingnan natin yung fingers.
Yes.
Okay? So, ang gagawin po natin is
tatlo lang.
per side lang. Okay? So, 1. Okay. 2. Tingin sa kamay. Elbow to instep. 3. Okay. Then other side. Okay. Kabilang paa, nasa harap. Kabilang tuhod naman, nasa likod. Okay. Now it's my left hand on the ground. Okay. I'm gonna bring my right elbow on my instep. My right instep. Okay. Then raise your hand up. Okay. Then here, elbow to instep. Raise your hand up. 3. Okay. Okay, ngayon, okay, actually, nararamdaman ko na, pawis na ako. Sana kayo din, ginagaya niyo yung ginagawa ko, tapos pawis na rin kayo. Okay, and then, the next one that we're gonna do, tatayo naman tayo. We're just gonna do arm swings for 10 seconds. So, para lang kayong tumatakbo, isiswing nyo lang yung arms nyo forward and backward. So, medyo against the light. Teka. Luluhod na lang ako. Hindi na ako tatayo para maayos yung pagkakita nyo sa akin. Okay, so yung arm swing, isiswing nyo lang yung arms nyo forward and backward. Ganyan. So try not to cross. Try nyo forward and backward lang. Track and field po kasi yung sport ko nung college. Kaya very familiar ako sa arm swing. So gagawin po natin 10 seconds lang. So I'm gonna count with you. Just swing your arms forward and backward. Try to relax your shoulders. Okay, tapos alternating po siya. Opposite. Okay, so hindi nyo siya isasabay ng ganun. Okay, so ready? 10 seconds. Go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Ayan. Okay, last na. So last na tayo dito sa dynamic routine natin. We're just gonna do leg swings. And again, you're gonna need to hold on to something, okay, para mag-balance. Ang gagawin ko is dito naman ako sa likod. Para kita nyo ako. Sana naririnig nyo ako ng maayos. Okay, so leg swings. So hold on to something for balance. Okay? And then yung inner leg ninyo, yun yung mag-swing forward and backward. Okay? So from here, I'm just gonna swing forward and back. We're gonna do 10 per side. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, kabila. Forward and back lang. 1. Yung arms nyo, tingnan nyo, parang sumasabay din yung kabila kong arm. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Ayan na. Tapos na po tayo sa warm-up natin. Nagawa na natin yung cars, yung rotations, and then yung dynamic warm-up, and we're gonna go down to the actual routine. Gusto nyo ba ng water break? Or ready na kayo?
Important lang to note, no, so far, Coach, from what we've seen is walang equipment. We're not using any equipment.
Yes.
It's something that you can really do at home, no? So parang ganun.
Ang mag-iiba lang naman yung level of intensity nung kay Meggy. So si Meggy dumaan na sa ganitong routine, pero siyempre mas pinapahirapan namin in terms of duration, number of sets, number of reps. So ito na yung scaled down version na pwede sa general population, para sa mga ordinaryong tao.
All right. Okay, Meggy, next part. Can we
Okay.
Go?
Ready na kayo for the actual routine? So we're gonna do the main routine. First, maybe some of you might be familiar with this. We're gonna do plank. Coach Edsel, do you suggest elbow or sa hand?
Elbow na lang kasi ibang tao hindi kaya on their hands or make elbow.
Sure. Sige.
Tapos yung Meggy, yung plank, 15 to 20 seconds ang papagawa natin kasi tao dito yun yung pinaka-safe na amount of time para mag-plank sila.
Sure.
Ilang seconds yun, Coach?
15 to 20 seconds lang.
Safest yun.
Safest yun, yung safest.
Okay. Purong wala para kita niyo ako ng maayos. Okay. So first exercise, we're just gonna do plank. Correct me if I'm wrong, this is really gonna be activating the core, ano?
Yes, Meggy, yes. Maganda para sa core.
Yan. So, ito, just go on your elbows and on your toes. Make sure your back is flat. So, hindi po tayo gaganon. Flat yung back dito. Naka-engage po yung core. So, 15 to 20 seconds starts now. Okay, 20 seconds. So, hold nyo lang po. Don't forget to breathe. Kailangan po natin huminga or else baka mahimatay tayo. Oh, 10 seconds na lang po, halfway through. Okay, just hold it. Very, very basic plank lang po. Kaya-kaya niyo pong lahat ito. Time. Okay, time. Okay, so bibigyan ko po kayo ng 20 seconds para magpahinga bago po tayo pumunta dun sa next natin na exercise. Ayan, 20 seconds, may rest po tayo. Ako, magpapaliwanag ako. Yung next na exercise natin is jumping jacks. So most of you are familiar with jumping jacks. Bata pa lang tayo, ginagawa na natin to. So ito naman po, mas cardio naman para lalo pa pong tumaas yung heart rate natin at mag-increase yung endurance natin. Okay, time na. So we're gonna do, again, 15 to 20 seconds lang din po ng jumping jacks. So jumping jacks, yung ilaw baka matamaan ko. Yung jumping jacks, jump, and then your arms are gonna meet. Okay? And then down, ganyan lang. Arms meet. Okay, ready. 15 to 20 seconds. Ako po, ilalagay ko 20 seconds sa timer ko. Okay? Tapos kayo bahala kung anong time na gusto nyo gawin. 1, 2, 3, start. Go. Jumping jacks. Yan. Okay? So, talon. Tapos nag-meet yung arms sa taas. Open, close lang po yung legs. Yan. 3 seconds na lang. O, bilis lang, no? Kayang-kaya nyo lahat po. Time. Okay. So, again, jumping jacks, mas cardio. Okay, ako rin naramdaman ko na yung heart rate ko talagang mas tumaas nung ginawa ko siya at mas nahingal po ako. Okay, so 20 seconds rest again. After ng jumping jacks, we're gonna do marching bridge. Okay, so itong marching bridge, papakita ko po muna sa inyo. Habang nag-rest kayo, tignan nyo na rin. So from here, tayo, off ko lang yung timer habang nag-explain. So, hihiga po tayo. Feet are gonna be on the ground. Okay. Nakahiga tayo. Then, what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift our hips. So, pagka nilift niyo po yung hips niyo, wag niyong gawing sobra-sobra kasi baka sumakit din yung likod niyo. Hanggang sa point lang na ina-activate is yung glutes. Yung glutes, ito daw yung, sabi ni Coach Edsel, ito daw yung pinakamalaking muscle. Ano? Tama ba, Coach?
Yes, yun ang pinakamalaking muscle na dapat napapagana mo ng todo.
Yan. Okay, kaya natin to ini-exercise ngayon. And then from your marching bridge, itataas ko lang yung isa kong paa. Okay? And then ibababa ko siya. So para kang nagmamarch habang nakalift yung hips mo off the ground. So ganyan lang siya. Okay? Very simple. Okay, try to keep your hips up the entire time. Okay, tama po ba, Coach Edsel?
Tama, sakto yun. Parang nagmamarcha ka lang talaga.
Yes, parang nagmamarch na naka-bridge. Okay, again, 15 to 20 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna start my timer. Ready? 1, 2, 3, start! Okay. Parang nagmamarch lang. Tapos, huwag nyo rin kalimutang huminga. Ako minsan nakakalimutan kong huminga. Kaya huwag niyong kakalimutan. Pagka masyadong intense. Yan. Just keep your hips up. If you notice your hips dropping, angat nyo lang. Time. Okay. Ngayon, we're down to our last exercise for the main routine. Okay, and we're just gonna be doing shoulder taps. So kung napansin nyo, just like the warm-up, iba't ibang positions. Plank, I'm on my elbows. Jumping jacks, nakatayo ako. Marching bridge, nakahiga ako. Tapos yung next shoulder taps, I'm gonna go naman on my hands. Okay? So, ito pong shoulder taps. Okay? Yung shoulder taps, siguro baka yung iba medyo challenging siyang gawing stable sa una. Pero pag ginagawa niyo ito ng madalas, masasanay din po kayo. So, para po kayong nasa plank position, pero you're on your hands, okay? And then itatap nyo lang po yung shoulders nyo alternating. At ang importante yung hips natin hindi nagsiswing habang gumagawa tayo ng shoulder tap. So steady hips lang po siya, nakaganyan. Okay? And then itatap ko yung shoulder ko. Pwede nyo pong i-widen yung legs nyo kung nahihirapan kayo na narrow. Okay? So from here, ayan, tap your shoulder. Tapos parang piniflex ko lang po yung muscles dun sa chan. Ayan, ganyan no? Ganyan lang siya. Stable.
Okay? So, hindi po natin gustong makita na gumaganon tayo. Parang gumaganon. Dapat stable lang. Yung chest nakaharap sa ground the whole time. Yan. Yan lang siya. Okay?
So, ganun din, na-engage din natin yung core, parang sa plank kanina. Pero medyo mas, may onting challenge tayo. Okay? 15 to 20 seconds. Ngayon 20 seconds pala. So, strictly 20 seconds. Kaya nyo yan. Last exercise. Last push. Okay, ready? Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, start. Okay, shoulder taps. Yan. Tapos ito, ginagawa siya mabagal. Hindi nyo kailangan magmadali. Ang importante, stable po tayo. Okay? Importante, we keep our hips square. We keep our shoulders square, chest facing the ground. Naka-flex din ang core. Okay, time. Time. Ayan. So, good job sa inyong lahat. Sana ginawa nyo talaga. At naka-FB live naman to. So, kung hindi nyo ginawa ngayon, bukas ng umaga na lang.
Yun nga. So, guys, pwede nyo lang i-bookmark yan so that you will have the chance to practice this. Alam natin, holiday season ngayon, it's not just the elite athletes who really need to keep in shape. We also need to manage our health din. Kasi syempre, alam naman natin na stressful yung situation ngayon, di ba? So, kailangan din natin i-manage yung health natin. Question lang, so for Meg, your sport, Jiu-Jitsu, of course, requires you to maintain certain weight aside from a level of fitness, di ba? Parang gano'n, no? So, paano mo ginagawa to? How do you keep your weight in check?
Ako, well, of course, in a normal setting, syempre, our training is usually like twice a day, ganyan. So, weight is not a big problem, but I still, of course, do certain I would say measures to keep my weight, at least maintain my weight, and then pagdating ng laban, tsaka ko na lang siya kinakat pagka malapit na. So, of course, I also eat properly pagka may laban. Ngayon, medyo mas relaxed kasi walang laban. Pero, syempre, hindi din naman pwede na magpabaya. So, yung nutrition, one, of course, diet and nutrition, andyan yan. And then, I try as much as possible to work out every day and have one rest day, and that keeps my weight at least maintained.
Okay, Coach Edsel.
Yes.
For an ordinary, like an ordinary citizen, kumbaga non-athlete, no, for a non-athlete, casual workout person, no, how many minutes a day can you set aside? Yung talagang minimum na pwede mong masabi na, look, in just this X number of minutes, you can every day you can keep yourself healthy.
So to be honest, kasi I think yung regular folk has this notion na dapat matagal ka mag-workout. Tipong dapat 1 hour, 3 hours. Actually, kahit 15 minutes, pwede na yan eh. Diba?
15 minutes a day.
Yes. In fact, hindi nga alam ng katawan mo. Kunyari, in the morning, sinipag ka, 15 minutes ka of walking. Tapos in the evening, 15 minutes ka of, say, weights, di ba? Ang alam lang ng katawan mo, nag-workout ka ng 2 beses per that day. So, in total, 30 minutes yun. Hindi naman alam ng katawan mo na dinivide mo yung time na yun eh. Di ba? Ang importante talaga gumalaw. Saka, for example, now ako, I'm a new dad. So, I try to get kahit man lang 15 minutes. Basta kailangan importante gumalaw. Especially sa panahon ngayon ng pandemic na we need to keep our immune system strong. We need to, di ba, we need to be able to control our weight. Di ba, marami sa atin nag-eksperimento sa pagluluto sa bahay, sarap-sarap kumain, di ba? Kulang sa activity kasi may mga restrictions pa sa labas, di ba? So, importante na gumalaw ka talaga.
Especially pag especially if there are lockdowns again, na God forbid, wag naman sana, but sa mga lockdowns you can't go out, so you really have to find ways to move your
Yes.
15 minutes, okay ka na doon.
Yeah. Yung ginawa ni Maggie is perfect. I think, sabi ko kay Maggie, when we were talking yesterday, pwede kasi i-scale yan eh. Kung basic ka lang, pwedeng 1 set lang yung ginawa ni Maggie. So, yung ginawa ni Maggie, that was around 10 minutes of training. Diba? Tapos, pagka medyo lumalakas ka na, pwede ka na mag 2 sets niyan. Diba? Tapos, pag talang advance ka na, pwede ka na mag 3 sets or 4 sets yan. Diba?
Okay. Pero Maggie, kanina you said nutrition, very important, di ba? Pero syempre, it's Christmas di ba? I mean, I'm sure even the most disciplined athletes, di ba? Ano yun you get to may mga cravings kayo or may mga favorites kayo in Christmas. Like for you, for an athlete, para lang naman ma-realize ng tao na, hey, we have these cravings too. What are the foods in Christmas na pagdating ng Christmas, wala, you cannot help but indulge din?
Nako, ako hindi lang kasi sa Christmas Anytime ice cream yan. I love ice cream. As in, napabili na nga ako ng ice cream maker ngayong lockdown para gumawa na ng ice cream. Every week gumagawa ako ng ice cream. Kaya kailangan mag-workout. So kung kakain kayo, basta mag-workout kayo. Huwag lang magpabaya.
So at least nakikita naman tao na even world-class athletes, syempre they give in to a little craving every now and then. Pero sabi nga ni Coach Edsel, all it takes is 15 minutes of your day to develop this healthy lifestyle. Pero I have a question here kasi one of the things that ang mahirap lang daw ang mag-start. How do you begin a routine when how do you get into this kind of workout mode kung hindi mo ginagawa, if it's not been a habit before? Coach Edsel, do you have any on that?
Yes, kung hindi ka marami nakaka-relate sa tanong na ganyan. Ang main advice ko lang diyan talaga is to do what you think is easy to start. Kailangan gusto mo For example, pag sinabi ng kaibigan mo, kailangan mag-weights para pumayat. Hindi ka naman mahilig mag-weights. Ano yung pwede mong alternative para just to get that foot in the door, di ba? So, pwede ka magsimula. Very simple routine. Kung wala kang injury, di ba? Pwede ka mag-jumping jacks na 10 segundo lang, di ba? Kasi once tumaas yung heart rate mo, gaganahan ka na Gaganahan ka na gumalaw, di ba? Pwede ka magsimula ng very basic. Pwede ka mag 10 seconds of jumping jacks, tapos i-divide mo siya ng 10 set, di ba? Tapos meron kang 20 seconds of rest in between. Mga 5 to 6 minutes of work na yon, di ba? Malaking bagay yon. Yung 6, kailangan importante dyan yung micro-load lang yung micro-dose lang di ba? Yung 6 minutes mo, magiging 7 minutes. 7 minutes mo, magiging 8. Isipagin ka, magiging 12. Eventually, magiging lifestyle mo na yan. Di ba? Yun na importante. Just start small lang. Wag ka masyadong magpadala sa nakikita mo sa Instagram, sa YouTube, sa Facebook. Iba-iba talaga ang tao, iba-iba talaga, 'di ba? So you do what fits you, what fits your lifestyle, 'di ba? What's easier to do, 'di ba? To start, 'di ba? Tapos dito naman kami, if people need advice, we post all the time, 'di ba? So malaking tulong yung hopefully makatulong sa mga tayo mga pina-post namin sa social media.
Kasi
very helpful 'yon. Sorry.
Go ahead, Maggie.
Hindi ko lang follow niyo yung Segovia Strength sa Instagram tsaka Facebook. Marami silang tips. Sobrang dami. Kahit ako, helpful siya for me. Very practical tips.
Practical tips, yun. Also, Maggie, pag there are times, syempre, as an athlete, meron tinatawag yung katawan nyo, nakakakilala din ng off-season yan di ba? Yung mga athletes' bodies, right? So, coming from an off-season, when you have to restart again trainings, may mga time na talagang it's hard to push your body to begin again. What do you do to get your body started into workout mode then?
Sa amin naman kasi usually may program. If you're an athlete, especially kung nagko-compete ka as national team, may program yan Hindi siya yung sa off-season, pang competition season yung exercises na gagawin. So parang pati kami, inuunti-unti din po. As in, hindi kami binibigla na, okay, kailangan agad 10 rounds agad ng 8 minutes na sparring, parang ganun. Hindi siya binibigla. So, parang yung pinaliwanag lang din ni Coach Edsel kanina na sa jumping jacks, sa version naman namin in terms of, let's say, sa jiu-jitsu, pag mag-start mag-training ulit, unti-unti lang din ulit. Kasi ang dami mong kailangan ayusin from off-season to season, consider mo pa lahat ng mga mali na ginawa mo the previous season, di ba? So, mabibigla ka talaga kung, alam mo yun, parang isipin mo agad yung competition. Kaya, ang preparations for competitions really takes a long time. Kasi, meron po siyang maayos na programa at inuunti-unti po siya, yung load nga po na sinasabi ni Coach Edsel kanina, hanggang sa umabot ka sa point na ready ka na lumaban. So, ayun po.
All right. Okay, done. Okay, so we're gonna take a brief pause, but before we go into this break, Coach, for those who want to follow up on this, no, siyempre, may baka may mga nag-try na dyan and then they want to proceed to the next step. Sabi mo, Segovia Strength, you post regular updates so far for the pandemic, no? Where can they follow you, or where can they check out these workouts and tips?
Okay, thank you. So you can find Segovia Strength on the web. Nasa Instagram kami, meron kami Facebook page, meron din kaming website. Just look for Segovia Strength. Across the board na yun, mahanap mo kami. Tapos sa Instagram namin, lagi kami nagpo-post ng mga tips, mga workout tips, mga ways to understand your body more regularly. So yan, kung sundan mo kami, marami kayo makuha mga tips na magagamit na naman.
Yun, no? So yung mga kailangan mag-maintain ng for the holidays, check out Segovia Strength sa mga social media posts nila. Yan. When we return, we're gonna talk to Meggy about a very important fight that she also is undergoing right now. It's a very timely kasi recently in the news we heard that the problem has been on the rise during the pandemic because because of all the lockdowns and because of all our reliance on gadgets and everything. So we're gonna talk about the online exploitation of children when we return. Keep it here at Inclusive, the Inquirer webinar series presented by the Philippine Daily Inquirer. This live stream event is also being produced with the help of Inquirer.net, Inquirer Sports, and The Stands, the official weekly sports letter of the Philippine Daily Inquirer. Keep it here. If you have more questions, just type it in. We'll ask them when we return. Okay, we're back with Fit and Safe at Home this Christmas, an inclusive webinar series presented by the Philippine Daily Inquirer. We're with Meggy Ochoa, of course, Jiu-Jitsu World Champion, reigning SEA Games champion. And Coach Edsel Segovia will still be with us for those who who have questions about workouts or keeping shape during the holidays. Just send them to us, and so that he'll be here to answer some of the questions. But before we go to that, let's talk to Meggy about a very relevant discussion about internet safety. Because for those who still don't know, Meggy is a warrior advocate against the online sexual exploitation of children. And it's something that has quietly grown into a bigger problem because of the pandemic lockdowns. Meggy, can you talk about how this problem has resurfaced? Again, I know you've been battling it. Kasabay ng mga jiu-jitsu fights mo, you've always been fighting this. And now it's come back again to the surface because of the pandemic lockdowns. Can you talk about why this has returned again?
Okay, sige. So, okay lang ba i-share ko yung screen para medyo mas maalala din ng mga viewers yung
Okay.
I made some visuals to siguro ganito na lang. Okay. So, anyway, ever since naman talaga 2016, I've been in this fight, and as you can see on the screen, dito sa Philippines, not even just online, generally, child sexual violence, 1 in 5 children ang nakakaranas po nito sa mga bata natin sa Pilipinas. And 2016 pa lang din, natag na po tayo ng UNICEF as the epicenter of online sexual exploitation of children. And later on, siguro, I'll tell you more about the program that we're doing. Pero in terms of the relevance of why we need to be talking about this right now in the context of the pandemic, I'd like to talk more about online sexual exploitation of children. And just so everybody understands what this is, kasi baka mamaya paliwanag lang ng paliwanag, hindi pala nila alam like what it is. Ito pong online sexual exploitation of children, usually po ang nangyayari dyan is yung victim, which is karamihan po is mga bata po dito sa Pilipinas, they're in the same space as the facilitator. At yung facilitator, siya po yung nagko-connect dun sa customer through online platforms or social media. And ang bayaran po nangyayari through money transfer agencies. And dito lang po sa image na ito na ginawa po ng International Justice Mission, makikita na natin kung bakit talamak yung issue na to sa bansa natin. Kasi nga, money transfer agencies, di ba, napakarami niyan sa Pilipinas. Especially dahil we have a big OFW population and hindi naman nila kasalanan, pero I'm just saying na it sets that kind of a situation and it makes our children vulnerable. And online platform, social media, alam po natin na very high ang social media use ng mga Pilipino, and especially now po, talagang nag-increase yan. And just to give you a bigger picture, natag nga po tayo ng UNICEF as an epicenter ng OSEC in 2016, and this year po nag-release ng study ang International Justice Mission, at ang mga napakalungkot po na nalaman natin dahil sa study na yon is na-confirm po nila yung fact at sinabi nila na more than 8 times po talaga yung natatanggap na case referrals ng Pilipinas on OSEC or online sexual exploitation of children. More than 8 times than any other country. So, ganun kadami po. At ito po nga po ay isang family-based crime. 41% ng facilitators, nakikita nyo yung facilitators, siya yung nagko-connect dun sa victim at sa customer. 41% are biological parents and 42% are other relatives. That's according to International Justice Mission. And there you can see kung bakit naging rampant siya ngayong pandemic. Dahil sino bang mga kasama ng mga bata sa bahay, di ba? These are strong indicators of increased incidence of OSEC. Mga iba't ibang sources po na nag-confirm. Like for example, DOJ, sinabi po nila na from March to May of 2020, meron pong 264.63% increase in cyber tips na natanggap nila compared to 2019. Yung cyber tips po, yun yung nare-receive na reports ng local law enforcement agencies na galing po sa global organization na nakaka-receive din po ng mga reports. And then, yung reasons, ito po yung sagot sa tanong, potential reasons for increased incidents na nakuha ko rin po sa International Justice Mission, dahil nga po family-based ang OSEC, ang mismong homes ng mga bata na ito ay hindi safe. At mas marami rin pong opportunities to abuse children online, both yung facilitators and customers, just because everybody is online, both on the victim side and on the perpetrating side. And then also, dahil nga po, yung schools na rin ay online, hindi po lumalabas ng bahay ang mga bata. Mas marami pong access sa mga bata, yung mga facilitators and even the perpetrators, dahil hindi po sila lumalabas. Dahil actually sa Pilipinas nga, bawal, di ba? Hindi pwedeng lumabas yung mga bata, kaya mas marami pong access dun sa mga bata. And lastly, dahil po hindi nakakalabas yung mga bata sa bahay, they lack visibility outside the home. So let's say in a normal scenario, pwedeng makita ng teacher nila sa school na, parang merong something going on sa bata na to. Pwede niyang kausapin, or makita niya na may mga marka sa katawan. Bakit ganon? Parang mag-wonder yung mga tao na makakita dun sa bata outside the home. But dahil nga po walang school at wala masyadong opportunities for kids to go out, ayan, ito po yung nangyayari. Mas lumadami po yung pagkakataon na makaranas sila ng ganitong klaseng pang-aabuso.
Hey, there you have it. So, Meggy, of course, is the founder of Fight to Protect, which helps rescue children from this. And one thing we've heard well is that, Meggy, you've actually taken some of these children and taught them jiu-jitsu as well, right? And I hear some of them are pretty much competitive already.
Yes, opo. Actually, hindi naman po taken na hindi ko naman po sila in-adopt sa bahay kasi hindi ko pa kaya. Pero ang nangyari po ginawa namin, pakita ko na lang din dito sa sa presentation ko. Nung 2016 pa lang po, nag-partner na kami sa Safe Haven Safe Haven po is a home for abandoned, neglected, and abused children. So iba't ibang klase ng cases po. And doon namin sila sinimulan na turuan ng jiu-jitsu. And patuloy pa rin silang nag-jiu-jitsu hanggang ngayon. And 2017 pa lang po nagko-compete na sila. And for me, not even just the competitions, yung gusto ko talagang masabi sa tao, pero yung pinaka-proud ako sa kanila is ito po, ngayon nagtuturo na rin sila ng jiu-jitsu sa mga bata sa home nila. So these children, they're not victims, they are survivors, and now they're even advocates. As in sila mismo yung lumalaban, sila mismo yung tumutulong na rin sa ibang mga bata, and someday sana sila na yung nagsasalita dito tungkol dito sa issue, at sila na din yung tumutulong din sa ibang mga bata na hindi pa naaabot. So, ayan po, yun yung current state po ng mga children na tinuturuan namin. But aside from this, we also teach other children din po from other homes.
Okay, that's great. We have a couple of questions already here about the workout, but before we do that, we're going to give this very important question lang to Meggy. No? Of course, because of the children's access to gadgets nowadays, the question really is, how do we keep our children safe? Kasi minsan hindi natin nalalaman, or sometimes hindi natin nalalaman na may nangyayari pala. So, how do we keep our children generally? How do we ensure that our children are safe from online abuse?
Okay, so para po sa sagot sa tanong niya yan, dito ko po gustong ipa-play yung video na sinend ko. So, ako po, hindi po ako expert, pero there are really experts who can train parents on online safety. And one of those experts, partner po namin sila, yung Philippine Children's Ministries Network. I'd like to play this video by Neil Braga. He's one of the trainers that actually trains parents on online safety. So, kung pwede po sana natin play yung video.
Okay, let's watch this video.
Magandang gabi po sa lahat. I am Neil Braga. I'm a registered social worker and I'm the project officer for End Online Sexual Exploitation of Children here in Iligan City. It is a program of PSMN in consortium with International Justice Mission and Viva. So, let me share this reality, no? Siguro sa mga parents natin dyan, this is the reality. Di mo kayang masubaybayan ang ginagawa ng anak mo online. No? O kahit siya ay nasa labas 24/7. Kaya mainam na mapag-usapan ang patungkol sa online usage ng mga bata. Let me throw to you these questions, no? Gaano ba kahaba ang ginugugol ninyong mga anak online? Ano sa inyong palagay ang mga panganib na nasa online world? Ano ang mga pamamaraan na ginawa mo upang mabawasan ang panganib na pwedeng kaharapin ng inyong mga anak? So this is just a little bit of our very long training for our parents. So if you're interested, you can inform PSMN. Right. So let me share to you how to become smart and safe. Ito ang mga gabay para maprotektahan ng ating mga anak online. So remember to be smart. Again, S for safe. Manatiling ligtas sa pamamagitan na pag-ingat na huwag magbigay ng mga personal impormasyon tulad ng pangalan, email, numero ng telepono, address ng bahay o paaralan sa mga taong hindi nila kakilala online. Alright. M for meeting. Ang pagkikipagkita sa isang tao na nakilala lamang nila online ay maaaring mapanganib. Maaari lamang itong gawin kung may kasama o may pahintulot ng inyong mga magulang o tagapangalaga. A for accepting. Pagtanggap ng mga email o ang mga instant messaging o pagbubukas ng mga file mula sa taong hindi mo kakilala online o hindi mo pinagkakatiwalaan ay maaaring mapanganib. Maaaring naglalaman ito ng mga virus o hindi magagandang mensahe. R. Reliable. Ang isang tao sa online ay maaaring nagsisinungaling tungkol sino sila. At ang impormasyon na yung nakukuha sa internet ay maaaring hindi maaasahan. T. For tell. Dapat ninyong ipaalam sa inyong mga magulang o tagapagpangalaga o pinagkakatiwalaan na may sapat na taong gulang kung ang isang tao o isang bagay ay nagdudulot sa iyo ng pakiramdam na hindi komportable o pangamba. Right. Meron pang isa. Ipaalala sa mga anak na maging safe. S for security. Laging maging maingat sa pagsama sa mga taong nakikilala nila. Tandaan ang mga emergency number. Question, alam ba ng mga anak nyo ang mga numbers nyo? Memorize ba nila? A, accessibility. Siguraduhin palagi ang accessibility o kung paano sila makakontak, online man o offline. Sa mga oras ng emergency, saan sila maaaring kunin? Palaging ipagbigay alam sa bawat isa ang kinaroroonan ng mga bata. Mayroon ba silang alam na isang numero na pwedeng makontak? May lugar ba na pwede nilang puntahan? F, family and friends. Think of the safety hand rules. Thumb finger, the strongest ally, ang iyong family o kamag-anakan. Point finger, ang mga taong iyong tagapagturo, guro o mga taong pinagkakatiwalaan. Middle finger o ang hinlalato. Ang mga taong nasa otoridad, pulis, kapitan ng barangay o ang Barangay Council on the Protection of Children or BCPC. Ring finger, palasingsingan, pinakamalapit mong kaibigan. Kanino ka talagang may tiwala? Maliit na daliri o ang hinliliit. Ang huling pagpipilian ay ang mga taong pwede mong asahan kahit hindi mo kilala o alam mong magiging malaking tulong. So these are the elite in the community. And of course, ang palm, manalangin sa Diyos upang protektahan at tulungan ka. So parents, ito pa ang last, letter E, empowered na gawin. Maaari silang gumawa ng isang bagay dahil sila ay may kakayanan. Kailangan nilang magsalita at kailangan nilang gumawa ng isang bagay kung sa palagay nila may mga bagay na mapanganib ay hindi makatwiran. To stand for what is right. Alright, so reminder sa ating mga parents, be smart, safe, meeting, accepting, reliable intel, safe, security, accessibility, family and friends, empowered to do. Nabitin ka ba sa mga information na nakuha mo? If you're interested, please contact Philippine Children's Ministries Network or anyone po nakasama natin sa ating network dito. We have a lot of training modules po. We have COVID-19 response, yung phone mentoring program. We also have online safety for children. This is a module teaching children how to be safe online. And meron din po tayong parents module on online safety na nagtuturo naman sa mga parents para gawing safe ang kanilang tahanan from online sexual exploitation of children or any kind of threat online. Ayan po. So feel free po to contact us and anyone from this group.
All right, there you are. Thank you very much for that, Maggie. So we won't go into a break anymore. We're going to jump right through to some of the questions that we've had. But before that, Maggie, what is your wish for Fight to Protect? Christmas wish muna.
Okay, Christmas wish for Fight to Protect. Ipa-plug ko na po dito yung Christmas wish namin. Ito po yung Christmas wish ng Fight to Protect. Yung A Chance to Protect na event po namin happening next week. Ilo-launch namin siya December 14 to 20. Kasi ito pong event na to, we're gonna be raising funds for yung mismong mga na-rescue na bata over the lockdown. So alam natin na maraming cases na nangyari. 81 children. I'm not sure kung na-increase yon as of today, but sa International Justice Mission, they reported 81 children rescued over the lockdown. And marami pong needs and we're raising funds for the organizations that are caring for them. So if you have a chance, may raffle po kami. Marami kaming mga papremyo na mga products and services. So kung may mga gusto pang mag-donate ng mga products, kung may mga brands na interested, yan, Christmas wish po namin talaga is makapag-raise ng significant amount para po dun sa mga bata kasi nangangailangan po talaga sila lalo na sa gantong panahon. So, yan po. Next week, December 14 to 20, tune in po kayo sa Freedom Sunday Network na Facebook page. We're gonna be making announcements there and then also follow us na rin sa Fight to Protect namin na social media. So, yan po yung Christmas wish na yung very last fundraiser namin for the year na sana po marami pong mag-support at tumulong dahil hindi naman din po to para sa amin. Para po to dun sa mga bata na nangangailangan po ng tulong natin. So, ayun po.
All right. Thank you very much, Maggie. We wish that it's going to be a very successful one for you too. But before we go, again, we have a couple of questions. Coach Edsel, maybe you can answer some of these. I just became a vegan, but I am quite active. I play basketball, run, bike, and swim. Will my diet change affect my endurance?
Definitely. Kung ngayon ka lang naging vegan, I think kailangan ng period para mag-adjust ng katawan mo. So I can't remember the amount of time that it takes your body to adjust to be able to be at that level that you were bago naging vegan, but it's definitely going to take some time. Pero posible pa rin to perform at a high level pag vegan ka.
Yun. So I hope that answers your question. Ito, medyo marami-rami tayo ditong kailangan. Itong second question na to. When you are in your 40s, how long should you stretch or limber up?
Okay. Nakaka-relate ako dyan. Walang perfect duration, to be completely honest. I think magbibigay lang ako advice sa mga 40-year-old and pataas.
Mm-hmm.
As you get older, yung lubrication ng joints nyo, bumabagsak yan eh.
Mm-hmm.
So the more important na kailangan mong gumalaw with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? Tapos,
purposeful, yun.
With purpose, dapat purposeful. Tapos, yun nga, hindi lang flexibility yung magiging concern mo habang tumatanda ka. Kasi when you talk about flexibility, you're talking about muscle.
Mm-hmm.
Iba pa yung mobility, which, you're referring to joints. Kaya si Meggy kanina, pinaka-CARS natin, which stands for Controlled Articular Rotations. Yun yung sinasabi ni Meggy kanina.
CARS, yun pala yun.
CARS, yun yung CARS. Ibig sabihin lang nun is to improve mobility around the joint, especially for the joints that need the freedom of movement. So, kunyari, ang leg natin, sa atong shoulder na malaki yung freedom of movement, pag hindi ka nakakagalaw ng ganyan kalaki, meron ka na neglect na quality ng joint mo, di ba? At masosolve mo lang yan kung gumagamit ka ng mobility exercises. Alright. So, kung 40 ka, walang time, pero kailangan mo bigyan ng priority. So, yung stretching and mobility exercises mo, tratuin mo na parang exercise din.
Okay. Last question na lang. Tinatime na tayo. Last question, Meggy. Malamang fan mo to. Any competitions lined up bukod sa SEA Games? I think next year to. Because the SEA Games next year, any competitions lined up?
Naku, ang dami. Next year, sobrang daming laban. Pero hindi natin alam alin yung matutuloy.
Okay.
Next year, andyan yung Asian Indoor Martial Arts Games, yung IMAG. If you remember 2017, Annie and I, kami yung nanalo dun sa IMAG nung 2017, kaya matindi yung pressure na manalo ulit next year. And then, andyan din, of course, yung regular competitions namin, Asian Championships, and then World Championships, meron ulit next year. And next year is the qualifying year for the World Games, which is 2022. Pero hindi ko pa rin sure if I will be qualifying kasi wala pa pong announcement dun sa mga weight classes. Like, I don't know yet which weight class I'm gonna do next year. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I'd like to thank again our guests who joined us tonight. Coach Edsel Segovia of Segovia Strength. Again, follow their social platforms. If you want a continuation of the workout that Meggy showed you kanina, just follow them on their social platforms. And Meggy, thank you very much for taking time out from your busy schedule. And we really wish you more power, not just in your sporting career, but of course for Fight to Protect. We know that you're very serious with this, and you've been very passionate about this advocacy of yours. And we hope that you really get the discussion going about this problem. So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for all our audience who joined us. We from the Inquirer hope you have a merry, fit, and safe holidays ahead of you. And happy 35th anniversary again, Inquirer. And thank you for joining our webinar, Inclusive, the Inquirer webinar series presented by the Philippine Daily Inquirer. And good night and good evening, everyone. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
you.